Ugh. Oh, righty. Huh. Hi. I did see the world you were on, Chris, and I didn't bother to join it for the simple fact of I don't want to know. Where the hell? Speed limits. Beep, 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 beep. There you go. Yeah. On the highway to hell. Beanie, highway to hell. Beanie, highway to hell. Beanie, highway to hell. Alright, well, first of all, we gotta make it all the way over to negative, we'll go negative 744. What the hell? Yeah, Viking, sure. I don't care. I have an idea, Chris. Don't worry about it. Well, that's kind of inconvenient. Thank you, Viking. I don't understand a word of the music that I'm listening to right now. I'm just too tired to change it. Hmm. I need some glass. I'm gonna go get some sand right fast. Because I have a plan. I got a plan, Arthur. You know, if you've ever watched me play anything to do with Red Dead, you'll understand why I just kind of said that. Yeah, I know, Chris. They would ignore me too. Why do you think I'm making glass? Because I'm gonna make it interesting. What am I listening to now? What I've done. Oh, that's a song I need to get. Hold on. Hold on. Oi. Give me a second, guys. Oi. Alright, I'm back. I need more than just one of those, if I'm being honest. Bing, 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 bing. Tonight, I wanna give it all to you. There we go. I need to get a farm going too. Come on, buddy. Ugh. Hmm. Oh, boy. Also, guys, give me just a second. Excuse me. Uh. Uh. Finding a lot of songs I actually like going through Spotify. It like randomly makes music. Also, Chris, in case you were wondering what I'm doing, I'm trying to connect up somehow. Either I'm gonna connect up to my house, or I'm gonna connect up to my other thing, to the cave. I don't know. I might try and do both, but wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. Damn, bro. I love Supernatural, so needless to say, this song actually makes me happy. I wouldn't say it's my favorite song, but it's a good song. The noise and confusion just took it against the honest illusion. I was soaring ever higher, but I flew too high. In mercy, I still was a blind man. My man was a madman. And the voices when I'm dreaming, and hear them say, "Hurry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. I had to rest. Don't you cry no more." Thank you. Here, do me a favor. Chop down these trees. I don't need them, so I kind of need them out of the way. I don't know what NROTC means, but JROTC means, well, I don't really know. I know it's junior something. Come and chop down trees then, Krabby. I need the dirt for my, yeah, see, that's the one I would be quicker to serve in is the naval JROTC, because I'm more of a Navy guy. Flip the Army and Air Force, I'm a Navy guy through and through. Come on, booger. Yeah, I'm sorry, but um, I will be quicker to join the Navy. Navy's just better and cooler in my opinion. And without the Navy, like literally, you know, you wouldn't have. The Army ain't got shit. The Army's got 50-year-old freaking tanks that they keep modifying because they don't want to build something new. Why did I pause? Hold on. I'm gonna solve this problem now. The United States Navy has a missile that can be shot and you won't know where it came from until after the fact. The Army has a bomber that will bomb you and you won't know it was there. Or not the Army, excuse me. The Air Force has a bomber that will bomb you and leave before you even know it was there. Meanwhile, the Army has old tanks that sound like jets on the ground and little pew-pew guns. There is no competition. I don't care about numbers. I care about firepower, and I'm sorry, the Navy and Air Force outnumber the Army 10-1 on that. Let me ask you something. How does the Army get there? Because let me tell you, the Army ain't getting nowhere without either the Air Force or the Navy. Yeah, sure, they could helicopter everything in, but boy, that would take a while, wouldn't it? I stand by what I said. You know, the Army glaze coming out of this kid right now is kind of hilarious, if I'm being honest. Thank you, Chris. I'm glad somebody knows their stuff. Still doesn't change the fact that it isn't the greatest branch. Literally, the Army can't do anything without the Navy or Air Force's help. I'm not going to call a branch of the military that has to call for help every time they need to do something great. I'm sorry. It's not happening. And if you really want to go into detail, who is it that sends in the artillery fire when you're close to the shore? Who is it that gives air support when you're getting all hell let loose on you? It ain't the Army. Wait, I went the wrong way. Whoops. Hey, Chris, do you have any dirt? I need some dirt. No, everybody likes to try and act like the Army could do everything on their own. Every piece of military strategicness requires the other two. So trying to say that, like, oh, the Army is the best is like saying, yeah, the Space Force is actually useful. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what anyone says, but the Space Force was literally made for those dudes that were never going to make it in the other branches, but they felt bad for them. So they were like, here, you can have this job. Is it real? Yes, it's totally a real job. So I'm sorry, but you know, it does aggravate the piss out of me when somebody says that the Army is better than the Navy or whatever. Because, like, literally the Army couldn't do shit out of the country. No, see, here's my opinion. Without the Navy or Air Force, the Army would be a glorified land protector. That's literally all they would be. Well, honestly, Chris has a point, but you also got to take into you also have to take into consider, Chris. You know, the Navy have the Navy SEALs, which are now their own branch now. But I mean, they literally basically created their own version of the Army, and the requirements to get in as a Navy SEAL and a Marine is way higher than it is whatever. Which is kind of funny because from what I understand, it's easier to get into the Navy than it is any other branch. Which is kind of funny, but like all you have to do is basically be able, I think you have to be able to swim and hold your breath for a certain amount of time. The British Army and the American Army are built for two different things. Now, I will say this. I think the British make more hardcore people. Like, you know, we're talking like 007 type stuff. I mean, it's like I was watching that short, or I was watching a short the other day, and that was what that one guy said. You know, the difference between the CIA and the MI6 is MI6, when they want to do something, they get it done. CIA has to go through a lot of paperwork and all this crap in order to do anything that they need to do. Well, you say that, Chris, but like if you really pay attention to a lot of our soldiers, we got some good quality soldiers. It's just we also have the quantity, and people tend to ignore the quality of our soldiers. Because everybody thinks that, you know, America's all gung-ho and, you know, we just slap a buttload of numbers on everything. Although we are also talking about the same nation. I'm referring to America here. We're talking about the same nation that allows people to cross-dress. Well, they're not anymore, thank God, but they were allowing people to cross-dress just because they identified as something they weren't, and they were also like allowing like furries and stuff to participate in the Army too. It's like, you know, all this is crazy. I think every army, especially the American like military, should require a background check. And I'm not talking um I'm not talking like a small one either. Like I'm talking like a very high prioritized background check. And I think they should really, look into stuff. If you're, and I know it's gonna make a lot of people hate me, but I don't care. I think it's more dangerous. Hang on, how many blocks do I have down? Okay, cool. I think it's more dangerous having people that prioritize what they identify as over protecting their country in the military. But that's just my opinion. And I say that mainly because of the fact that, if you're more concerned with what people call you rather than protecting your country, I don't think you should serve. Plain and simple. Yeah, I bet y'all are the most armored in the neighborhood. Being in the army makes you paranoid that everybody's out to get you. Yeah, Chris? I'm an American. I've never really asked you that many questions. I'm not guessing anything. You can just tell me. I don't like guessing games. A TV license sounds faker than fake. I'm not even joking. That honestly sounds like some kind of weird propaganda to me. Like, who in their right mind is actually going to believe that? Wait, so Chris, hold on. So you're telling me you genuinely have to own a TV license in Britain just to watch the TV? Why? I'm with him on this one. That's stupid. Here in America, you just go buy a TV and there you go. You just pay for it whenever you can. Guys, we got more proof that America's better. Look at that. I hate underground caves. No, I genuinely don't know what to tell Chris on this one, because that's weird. Dude, the idea of having to pay just to watch TV is stupid, no matter how you look at it. It doesn't matter. You shouldn't have to have a license to watch the bloody telly. And yes, I call it a telly. That's like telling me I have to have a license in order to, like, walk. Hearing bloody telly in an American accent just sounds wrong. Chris, did I trigger you? I'm sorry. You want a cup of tea to make it up, mate, yeah? I feel like I should silence myself before Chris does it for me. Oh no, more water. Not this stuff again. The bloody water's just pouring in, it is. I'm going to hush. I'm going to drive Chris so mad that he will want me to die. Yeah? Chris, let me ask you a question, mate. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much would you like to see me disappear? Cause you're British and I can't aggravate the piss out of you if I don't do it. The right way. Alright, hold on. I gotta literally make like a... Chris, what's more infuriating? Listening to me try and do a British accent, but knowing that or knowing the fact that half of what I'm saying is stuff that British people actually say, but hearing it in an American accent hurts your ears. Oops, I broke the wrong one. There we go. I fixed it. It's okay. Hey, Chris, can I ask you a question, mate? I feel like his answer is going to be no. Does my accent for the British people aggravate you? Beyond recognition? Yeah? I'm going to die tonight in my sleep. Viking, I'm testing the waters. I'm testing the waters to see how solid mine and Chris's friendship is. Because you see, if it's solid enough, he won't murder me. If it's not, I will die. Guys, I think I do not have a carrot, Viking. Sorry. I'm currently trying to figure out what thing I need to bring. No, hold on. Viking, why do you want a carrot? Is it to shove it in my mouth and make me be quiet, or is it a different reason? Okay, I'm gonna go back here. What the flip is this? Bro, legit, who told you could build in my cave? Alright, negative. I don't know where I'm at right now, so 32 and negative 289. So I need to get to negative 289. My God, my house is huge. Anyway, I'm gonna go ride in the minecart. I'll be back. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Ugh. Sorry, guys. I had to take a schnitzel. Why is it dark in here? Anyway, ow, my back. Oh, I'm getting old. Yes, he did. I want it blown up, or at least gotten rid of. I don't want it blown up. I just want it gone. I don't want him in my cave. Like, the whole point of me doing that was so that I could come back later. Hey, Chris, could you go do me a favor right fast? It might take you a minute to do it, but I really need you to do it for me. Could you go to my cave and go to the back wall behind the stairs and tell me the coordinates? Yeah, the mine pyramid, I guess, is what everybody likes to call it. You know, the funniest thing I think that could ever happen right now is for their teacher to magically start watching my stream and find them talking shit about him. I think I would laugh my ass off. Because you know shit would hit the fan. Also, my leg hurts now. Jesus. Thank you, Chris. I gotta start building my my little farm that I'm gonna build. Alright, so wrong button. Alright, cool. I got me a little farm now. Well, I will once I go get some water in a bucket, but... I actually need like 3 buckets, probably more than that, of water. Let me see. That... We'll do 8. Also, say what you want about my place, but I like the way it turned out. I like my little path. Alright, cool. Now I gotta go get some seeds. I'm hoping to be able to find some seeds, but I don't see anything. I want to collect as much of this dirt as I can, too. Yes, me, the both of y'all are dirty-minded as hell, so, I mean... Hell, I'm older than both of y'all, and I'm less dirty-minded as y'all, which is sad as hell. I'm finding all the dirt I need, but I can't find a lick of seeds. Oh, there we go. Okay. I think we're good now. I gotta go work on my, thing. You know, it's funny to me how Caleb acts like this now that his friend is here. But when his friend wasn't here, he barely talked at all. I like to call that showing off for my friends. And it's very pathetic if you ask me. My little brother does the same crap, and it annoys the schnart out of me. If you can't act like yourself around your friends or strangers, then you shouldn't act like yourself at all, or you shouldn't be around people. I've got plenty of dirt, got some seeds. Get some more seeds. I'm trying to make sure I have it. Okay. I hope I have enough water for this. No, I'm going to call it how I see it, and I find it very pathetic and sad when people act differently around random-ass people, and then the moment that their friend shows up, they start acting like an idiot. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. I'm bluntly honest. Caleb, I don't know how many more times I gotta tell you, I don't give a shit what y'all decide to do. Okay, that's a weird glitch. That's uncomfortable. Dude, I'm gonna have to make a shit ton more buckets. Yeesh. And another whole thing that I find really pathetic with today's society is they make it okay for kids that are like 16. Like, society just makes it okay for them to date. Like, I will never understand kids that date at such young ages. It's like, you don't know what these feelings mean yet. Sit your ass down and grow up a little bit before you start making stupid ass decisions. Also, I kind of fucked up just now. Damn it. I might Viking. I don't know yet. I'm 21 years old, and I decided a long time ago that dating wasn't my thing. It wasn't ever going to be my thing. I prefer to be alone. But that doesn't mean I can't share at least my opinion on it, and I think it's stupid. I don't think parents, of course, that's the problem with today's society anyway. You know, parents aren't actually parenting their children. Bro, that's not a girlfriend if you don't know how to spell her name. How you gonna say you dating somebody if you don't even care enough to remember how to spell their name? If your parents are even allowing you to date somebody, they're not parenting you worth a shit. You shouldn't even be thinking about dating at your age. I'm not saying that just to be an ass. I'm saying it. And see, that's another thing that pisses me off. You know, I've said it multiple times. My parents didn't allow me to have a phone until I was 16. Best decision they ever made. Matter of fact, I didn't have access to any type of internet interaction at all until I was 16. Best decision they ever made, because it gives me that unbiased perspective of what life was like beforehand, before I got a phone. And I can tell you for a fact, you know, it's difficult finding stuff for me to do nowadays. Without a phone, but if I had to, I could 100% do it. Because I know what it's like to have to live without a device constantly stuck in my face. But either way, even if you're not doing anything you're not supposed to, you are doing something you're not supposed to. There is no, I'm not doing anything I'm not supposed to. Because if you're hiding the fact that you're dating this girl from your parents because you know they don't allow it, you're doing something you're not supposed to. Plain and simple. There is no, but this, but that. Plain and simple. You're doing something behind your parents' back. Hell, it killed me not telling my mom for like 6 months or so that I was doing YouTube. But when I finally told her, she didn't care. She was more upset with the fact that I didn't tell her. Than she was the fact that I was doing it. And it gave me such clarity. Sometimes telling your parents is the best thing you can do. Also, I kind of, I'm not hating on your name, Mary, but Mary is a very, very old name. It's surprising to me to see anybody name their kid Mary in today's society. What the hell's wrong with red hair? Nah, I didn't wake up wanting to be a jackass. He just flipped my jackass button talking about red hair. No, if I'm being completely 100% honest, I'm not trying to assume anything here. Um, but I don't know. It's just weird to me that you two are quote unquote just friends. I mean, I'm not saying that a guy and a girl can't be friends, because Lord knows I'd much rather be a friend with a girl than anything else, but I don't know. Y'all two just seem like y'all are sharing or like keeping way too many secrets from his parents. I'm not saying a word, Chris. My dad had since we're all sharing about hair color or whatever, my dad at the end of his life had what they call strawberry blonde hair, which is basically like red hair that has basically been murdered by the sun. But I got red hair. My dad had red hair. I'm a goofy looking guy. But I'll tell you this, one of the things that I can say about redheads, and I'm speaking from experience, um, redheads are hotheads, 100%. I mean, it's bad enough we have the Irish ancestry thing going on. But I have the German ancestry going on too. So not only do I have the mean streak of the Irish, But I also have the mean streak of the Germans, so like I get a double whammy. I'm not somebody that does it for attention. I can't stand attention when it comes to certain things. I've never heard the saying that redheads do a lot of stuff for attention. Like that just feels like a buttload of mumbo jumbo to me, but what do I know? Now, do I have a mean streak? Yes, 100%. I 100% have a mean streak that nobody wants to get on the bad side of. But I don't show it very often, and I don't show it unless I absolutely have to. And there's your issue right there. Another perfect example of bad parenting. I think Viking and Chris both prefer to stay out of whatever this is. Funny enough, Viking, I'm over here trying to make my farm too. No, I'm actually almost done. I just gotta go get some more water so that I can dig this little bit of stuff up. And then I should be good to go. Oof, excuse me, oof. You dumb cow! Because I was quite literally getting sick of having to deal with it, Chris, that's why. Alright, I got my hopeful thing built. Let's see, where did I put that other thing? Alright, here and there. Alright. Oh, let me grab that. There we go. Yeah, I've been waiting on y'all to decide to stop talking about whatever y'all were talking about. God, I hate shivering. It's like the worst feeling ever. And somehow it's Chris's fault. Oh, boy. Down to fetch the water. I'm off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Oh. I have seeds, but I gotta get the water first. Viking, are you talking to me or are you talking to somebody else? Because you should know by now what the answer is to am I okay? Oh, God. It's so cold in my room. Hey, Chris, guess what? Chris, guess what? I'm cold. I'm cold. I'm cold. I'm cold. Wait, hold on. I got a question. Hey, I got a question, and I want y'all to answer it very seriously and don't, like, flip around with it. Are y'all using my my chats to just, like, avoid schoolwork or something? Because if so, y'all joined the wrong place for that, because y'all need to get back to work. I gotta get this one finished there. Alright. You mean when your phone doesn't get taken away? Or your whatever? Oh, God. Oh, Lord. It's cold in here. Chris. Chris. I feel like Chris is going to murder me in my sleep if I keep telling him I'm cold. No, I'm cold for a different reason, though. My AC is on full blast right now, and it is very cold. And I even have my fan on that's supposed to be deflecting said cold air, and it's not working. Maybe I'll bag up the cold air and sell it to British people. I kid you not, my water turned to ice. Oh, look, tree. Did I do it wrong? Now I gotta go get my hoe. Thank you, Chris. Chris, it didn't work. You lied to me. Oh, hold on. Chris, what's the and I quote? Chris, you mean to tell me this entire time you haven't had your own room in your own base? You dummy. Oh my lord. Oh man, I almost had enough to finish that entire row. That sucks. Oh well, it was close enough. Bob, Gray Sheep, have you any wool? I'm gonna take it from you and then take your corpse. Oh. See, now I got trees. And I got... I got a yawning problem. I blame Chris. It's his fault. My voice cracked. That's not good. I'm gonna sit here and watch this grow right fast. Hold on. Chris, did I plant these right? Oh, I did. They did a weird thing. Why'd they do that? That's weird. That's very, very weird. Anyway. Alright. I'll be back. I genuinely don't know what to do now. Like, I've got my little farm built. I know what it was I needed to do next. What time is it? Because okay. I might end up having to take a nap or something because I am tired. And Chris, guess what? It's been 2 hours. No. What do you want, Viking? Yes, I very much mind because I'm about to link up to my mine. And I don't want any trespassers. He'll either leave or he'll get kicked. How about that? Something tells me something bad's gonna happen. Oh good, clay doesn't move. That's a blessing. The home does not stay because the home's going to get in the way of the mining process in which I'm going to start once I get back there. So you can either move that too, or I'll detonate it myself. You don't get to make demands when you just move into somebody else's property, dude. Why do I have a very bad feeling about... Hold on a second. Okay. So, Chris, I'm assuming you already know what I'm about to say. Go ahead, Chris, take a guess as to what I'm about to say. Yeah, I'm getting off. I gotta take me like an hour nap or something right fast, and then get up and get my stuff done that I gotta do. But anyway, I do hope everybody has a lovely day, and remember, you miss the wolf, you get the fangs. Y'all have a good one.